say the internal elections on Saturday are very smooth across the country. MPP for no were basking in glory na Sunday and upper sometime. Obi Kotanani TikTok so yeah, check me out for 3 days. Na being MPP for nti na omo say asemo pesa o ti ase akra na fire buyer. O diente. Me tiente. Ti say pesa me hu the baby ade na kra mpofi no watimi kra dey aye calculation. Just when ti Sunday no permisi mu ana me Kumasi by road. Na me that's why be say calls be brave on my phone is oh we fra no busa so na na boys na say I feel yes obi the when ideas bongo ideas so said on so okra when yan nts and cry home evidence so no kwa there or say ya chiming for a couple of days linked to issues during my tenure and corruption and suspected is what people don't get is you're also playing with people's reputation. Name me one of the defenders of free speech, and I've said it on your platform, say the only way to discourage hate speech is to promote more speech. Now you confront such lies and hate speech and also with no credit. When I'm kudu Kumasi, na me call a so for kusi boating so neba wedding program bi Kumasi. Kudu ya me kosi same home mo kenteni ntama frame nyade. Tija me Johnson ho afrad ye ni ye na Pia Stadium beto no baby na Pia say enra nkwa na juno bi kan say na me say no ofre ni pa no phone mame edit no say nyo na wo say enra o ti say you na bo aku ya chele be ni pa say no crap no say ni pa yi gina me chen wa so Apia ye sure say me yes o say look sani ma na mo ya mo de gu ni pa ho finti we na no Apia Stadium na me kasa no them so try no so they tour more friend abe for 10 times. I feel there Abante bongo ideas was then you posty initially so no crazy EOCO for invite me near Chimia to me say I feel there also nim say video na Apia Stadium here na current video and I say old na emu no what he also know is I've been going there to quietly report. I'm a public figure. I don't need to quietly go and report to investigative body. If you're sure say and you see, now one thing that I'm very clear in my mind, and I keep saying, once you occupied public office, there will be accountability one day. The same way I occupied public office in the past, we will face issues of accountability. And the occupants of the various seats, one day they also have to account for their stewardship. In the NPP and our members won't run away from accountability. What we have bemoaned in the past, the Rambo style and the kind of drama or the characterize the invitation and the arrest of persons who occupy public office. Let me tell you, I'm a member of parliament. Now, parliament, even though you're MPs and members of parliament, you have privileges and immunities. Fast forward. So we did this during my tenure as a public servant, and I may occupy a seat on behalf of the president, because Article 58, Article 59 of our Constitution, Mampenine are appointed. All of us act in a stead or the various places on here. Mampenine cannot be CEO for all the agencies, cannot be MDs or ministers at the same time. Until representing, until we enwa. Sebe. Niema okoye wo ejuma okoye wo obi ba no betena wakonya so na bia niema ni bo wa hu ni yi ana onti ase yi na niema ni bo ejidi se we de ehun be hia se e betoto ano a it is only civil. Well, but I don't think say uko EOCO office e che miracles I call na me ne honorable attach lawyer Gary ni makone lawyer Mafrem Pomam na yeti omo waiting room downstairs ade baako bi enwo omo so yemom na yembo omo pull up na baako esio omo so public ne mom ne yembo EOCO adwuma ho a omo ye darupa na bisa receptionist say nti sana nema ya mo ye wezi e de ko bo ho daru ni bi bo amo but fast forward I think say is the drama and Sanya Manna Mijini say Eboa. If we did say every appointee of President Akufo-Addo who occupied public position and who being as a befrel, ye better to one you be busa onyama ni bia akoye oto nsa free nipa no it's only fair says oba because you all Ghanaians that duty say obeyi wa no ube church nsem ebi won pokwa na ne ono te ye na anti ni ye na we can cause bebre na the most draining part and say you keep explaining yourself on the same matter. No, see, for me that was
it just some obo ni di obi beka say ono de you know or on social media na nkofo enim no bongo ideas. But there was another guy one knows in a way who to be an MPP sympathizer. Alex Tete.
No, there's no cars or no the okra fact. So I've been in there for 3 days for.
And how come say Obia in the way or your party member will also come out to say that?
No, so say about MPP phone name. And then the Sunday me say who also any video back on so Monday you be who newspapers na asemo no na reporting. You be who say na all can ye no cry na just more or less appear stadium video no. Enye no cry.
But who newspapers no so do na so any but enye say ya chill there.
Yeah, but it was to deny those reports. But my worry is that you see you don't create these unnecessary when it's not necessary.
Okay.
We have a country to govern. A byway should not specialize in macho. When the at the end of the day, the bread and butter issues, genuine. There's heat on the street. Na enkan where and I just think that don't just hide behind social media no to ruin people's reputation when honestly ni awoka no enye no me say me hu bibia I'll cross check me na be dia akutuwe weekend be that when say Friday or Saturday me hu baako me say name ono so obi so no horo no
o really nam gidi e mu video no mu
makoye auction o makoye na me so na
and oh yeah the video no that time was
video dey me hu
oh so to point or buy it or clear and we and the panel say here be sound of
comfortable was one very weekend
so then you want stress when you see akwana my airport to cry me chinai oh that me here and the panel say
oh me penny my boy arifo
Debbie
na it's because me who video problem say me mom na me na go pass me say side by side akwetiani e piapem no na no you born of petroling when oh right it was just on me charge no class so short o ma na who say I know say me na so no chemu na say it's definitely no me wo baby na me who platform this one then ma change no ade we no enye akwe so I will urge the young people to and almost say you almost spread some of these things look there's nothing wrong in finding out and cross checking when also TBBR but when it becomes deliberate I know they are hard drink.
Okay
once again I'm one of the people who always defend freedom of speech but no more those who defend freedom of speech and feel say it's not worth it. No, will not solve the problem. No. First of all, in ruining people's reputation, I'm saying, Obiti said Dr. Bamiala, he's been a subject of some of these things. Many of our leaders in the country. But the Americans say, they won't solve the problem.
Okay.
You confront it with facts. It's not part of your topic. But and I may use the opportunity then you're admonishing people, say, try and make sure so TBB and you are not sure. Cross-check. They said reportedly. Reportedly, no the one who reported first. Reportedly. Now, when you're also lucky, they use alleged.
Okay, Mr. 40 and no honorable Sammi Awuku are clear. No patrol no
I haven't been invited. I haven't been interrogated.
You know, being accountable.
As for you cannot run away from accountability because you served in public office and yet your mind too many of my ejuma share on sir. Nti bibia oye no. In fact, another man appointment. One thing that he told me in his living room, in his office, Jubilee House, the resident, I say, Awuku, remember this is public service. and someday there will be accountability. To Kobo Humoding, make me proud, make the party proud, make the nation proud. These were his marching orders. In two quarters now, you have to know, said deliberately, you know, now you have to be intentional. The MPP4 will not run away from accountability. The same way I don't expect NDC to run away from accountability. So Mufia Kunyaso 2028. May Parliament call recess. But I'm so quite to confirm about me. Have you moved? Well, so when you could not bother, our credit.
No,
Nagana can approve it, you 280. To blame what an approve. Maybe organize the youth organizer. Unapproved route, 280. The voter OT area, Kwano, over 112 unapproved route.
No,
Mammy, in Ghana, woman, Sam. Here, into because I could not, then bother, which of them?
The winning now,
don't waste your time on it.
Okay.
We are politicians. We serve in public service, public office. NPP will not run away from issues of accountability. Nemom na buying way ni subani the way they are going about it. And the man is showma the appointees of the current government. And I've said it on your platform. I'm not saying we'll retaliate, but I fear for them because every I will have to be dotted. This government, every appointee of the NDC, because now they make even administrative infractions criminal. We share the behavior of EOCO and the investigative bodies. And mind you, my colleagues serving in public service, they themselves are worried because sometimes you are taking admit. Oh, we are friends.
Okay.
With someone in Parliament, we are colleagues, and they themselves they feel uncomfortable with the way my colleagues manning the state investigative bodies are behaving, because they also know. So what one more would take decisions on behalf of entities. Some of the decisions that you are taking, you mean well, could be administrative, but that should be bad. No, criminalizing that administrative decision and that's why I'm worried for them, because it may not be the intention of Dr. Bawumia to retaliate because of what is happening to the MPP members, but you have people who believe that Abaye Debo Techino, see the bad, then they put pressure on the elected president and the government.
Okay, Honorable Kumemo DC has said, Abusia Fonti, Honorable Bernard Bediako Esquire, Member of Parliament, Emma Akotia constituency, Honorable Abahase, Honorable Mwatanase. I didn't know was but on the Michel Keke, no mama on a dog at Chia, we are member also. Why? Okay, dog. So, where you? What I acquire on what I come also. Yeah, so I'm not going to come on. I don't know. Where do you want to be one? But therefore, no,
it's here for night chair producers now. I mean, chair me also me district abrasive command kasi. Abna edikan me brother back.
Yeah, more neutrals here. Bana mo church mo concern say mo no munya mo be
the sana be ra ho.
The sana ko la shepe. The sana la shepe.
What that teacher
yeah, no more fine.
No, the far one by
What's that? Hey, Chiro, may I attack you by Yata? Say no more, no more, not the photo. I don't know why I'm
civil society. The number program no more church and personally not just a politician. Yeah, beside
the politicians need to hear.
So last said or bad. One kind of constituency. District. Just a district rather constituency.
I'm not going to
okay.
Civil society
fellas, if you
oh, one of fellas, Madame Papa.
Thank you.
I am Mitani needing.
That is your own copy.
On the first time, you know. The first time,
also Sano catcher.
Don't mind me. On can't have Wokobium can MPB Beji seat. This is not a problem. No. Yeah, give me that.
By no way, how soon I could hear me soon, I bless him. Obianya ni su, but when I do any chance, this would go baby.
I'm crazy.
I'm not me brother back home or EPA. Na at the back home, I'm thinking apart from the Jumoyano. Or your Boagana pass here STEM promotion.
Okay.
We promote STEM through the NGO I friend the Molex Foundation in Africa. Now for the past 3 years, every year we are now organizing young girls, we train them robotics, a lot of the science related practicals. So now girls develop a lot of capacity and interest in STEM. And then I mean, say, Awuku University of Cape Coast, Omuguso Moye program. It's mefa konja way so. Na michiano ni ejumapa oye ma girls and technical vocational education in Ghana. Ni Dr. Patrick Essien. Na me encourage girls no, so I'm sure some more say the muswe bia no muswe ni ye if we say see na ye wo Ghana ha no. One area I think say Elsama for ni kwa hopa eye TVET technical vocational education. Now omo sua nyoma ni ye se na be ya the innovation ne technology here wa Ghana ha no. Almost between a contribute or more quota to it. In China, pay Molex Foundation Africa, more University of Cape Coast, and more girls STEM education. It shall not be brave. Now, being can't wait to say, in fact, young people are about now. Say me were Unimark into a lot of the content creation. Young people are more going into media, the new media. No, yet show my dear, quite be brave so. And in say social media now, TikTok, all the platforms young people no omu use super promote your businesses, and I think so when it comes to social media now, I never acquire ever interest to content creation. Me can't say what if you say, don't say honorable Sammi Awuku and Miamina Bernard. Omu issues are banned with just over the weekend. No. As to whether the woman, whatever, no, also say people are intentionally they try to almost creating news or they want to create content in a way almost some pages near the more running a bit me any more listeners and as a followers near there. But I say na educate I say any negative content and never mind pages near and I say no grow so inti obi atna say abon home body investing or no animal aye jumadin enya certain level of image integrity and one life abna integrity in any form obi be the bra bedru pempenso bi akase papa we oyanyam for papa we or a very respected person in society papa we enye easy oh yeah Ghana high way any bibia nti so bi pon home body say na say e bia oh because of personal interest be will content be person create page be say person yini ana whatsoever no na be fast story bia na wo dey create negative image funny pan ho just because of say person would nya wo ankasa wo leverage no say how be and I don't think say have free speech near then I can have some. That is how you persecco. It's best young people, no, especially more into this new media, no. Mr. Say, oh, content, be what issue be now per se, who project here. Your verification, yes, sure, say, as now work no. And correct. Yes, sure, pass as now work no. And fans so boni bia, and from my nipa na work no awesome. And a one so soon nipa na who project some message, no. I've now you see sometimes now, yeah, now I'm dream say. We promote a negative story no na e man ye bibi we say one so promote negative story no e come back to you because me too say follow na say prepare to Sammi Awuku to me pena say mpa na say ko fan whole story be back na say asem na we buy no ayen the cry next time no we bibi be to ho kra mpo na me tie no mienu me njindi nti eba sana na on the other side the one away then how nti be say young people next especially we are into those things. Say, I am very careful. We are measured in what they do. But sometimes also, no, I am not because of political reasons whatsoever. The best stress are say, and yani nas na say for so because now you be no ebia a chebina kwa now wo de no afi de wo be paper cramp na wo paper cran den and na acquire long lasting effect or you intimi de kakra make media admonish our young people and those in the creative industry no.
Okay. Honorable Bediako, Mema watching you, Emma Wakwaba. You won't watch our house.
I've attitude propaganda, but no problem. And I want to watch them. Minuano, one watch them to make honorable Minka say you're right. Nanado Dankwa, a year president to a man appointment be our security win. So you name all the. Was okaze illegal and akaze alternate route e wo Ghana unapproved
280
nti e kire so bit kire so wonim unapproved route 280 wo Ghana oh there's a couple ni am fellow
Assembly bisa no
me chiao tia some dey was some dey chiao se ba chia
e wa be ni bo YouTube ya because o ba na man ka say e ona be dia ko wani ni e bi so who wa you na ni kwa che
that I be ko I am dancing ni
no ya
me dancing
na ni kwa so ni ma sa de ko kwa wa yo
jai bi en ko enim ensebo kichia bu dia chia eye ahafo ni yakotiafo titiriu pa
Matia Thomas Party
oh Thomas
only no the music
Thomas Party asem ade bamchia mkromfo wa asem enwi akotia ho nya asem wa bambi akotia
na adu akotia na adu akoka Black Star asem so yede
oh se ya te ha so yede ahye jesi sai edu se yes asem
I have one say that
what you say jesi oh boy you be you be akotia
I heard him so be kwa ko we say you for here say also yakochire ye betimi ya
now my ideas now so the tuja
honorable boy first here
don't need the
only me by the
but we don't find one because on say the platform no make me who down
sure
me who the platform that until me say hey akwa strategical
you win
so what was the first now honorable na
so akoti me
and to the odie man oda mama your time na
okay so me chia busuafo ni a sebo ho ye dey say me am hu se ho ye busuafo ni a so kwatiafo nso me chia ompa itia e 90 kakra ba yaba over the weekend no meko say if you hold one near Babetoa parliament adwuma no so once ya to nsa friend
na video no so ayehu ye no so
so yeah Babetoa so in relate near Yibra Sammi no ne doc can some way somehow you see my church mu but I've seen something obi awada wa sheda as me mada na nyeze na papa na opeso unyane no ede cause a agenda I've seen it meaning baby efi I've been advised and lawyer for a job and verily believes him to be true. Say I should ignore him for now because I've responded. The person in question, Nankasa, has also responded, but the man keeps shifting the goalposts. Initially, who share first video, say me na me lawyer may file a fraudulent rate. I came and said I wasn't the lawyer on record. They be on TSA. The lawyer Nikasa, I'm not the lawyer on record. A chese nyame na me file suit. Me TSA here, Ira Sammi, and so your lawyer ni. I may have a case, maybe I'm not available. Meet your friends, so Sammi, go and hold my brief. When Sammi moves to hold the brief, he is acting on my strict instructions. BBC and nobody can hold him now. The lawyer on record, no, on no near Bisana. And it's not as if the man doesn't know, he knows. They've been dealing with the lawyer on record who has also explained his side of the. He knows it. And that is why nobody has called me. Nobody, you can't go because there is no recorder. It won't be apart from say because I worked in the firm may appear a holding brief for my senior. I think twice or thrice. I'm not too sure. Okay. That's all.
But you can far, it's a case in the
no, that case, no. The guy, the plaintiff relates me.
Oh, okay.
TNA, and he has a deal with you. Onyabofra. If I know, I've seen what I know what I've seen, but I don't want to be the one. I'm same. Okay. But if you have any issue with him, as per Niawo Kenya, it is one no. Me saying I wasn't the lawyer on record. I am also not the one or filing case, like the plaintiff himself. So if you are and yes, and as a way and years ago, so if say and you see one other thing, maybe revealing your money be brave because there is a matter in court, internet show came in. Okay. So yes, and we all have our strategies. And the case in court, yes, on filing be against
you.
What was it? But whatever it is, look, you see, there is a judgment against you. And now I can say.
Oh, against the man in question.
Yes.
Video, no.
Yes. Okay. In that matter. There is a judgment against you. Whichever way or however the judgment was procured, unless you go, it's free advice for him. You go and set it aside. You cannot claim any foul play anywhere because a court of competent jurisdiction listened to the matter, held whatever, and arrived at a decision. At the time, where were you? First question. When it proceeded beyond judgment to execution, Yakas executioner, onipa na judgment no. Osimakohu bottle of water he say ene court and ton mame. Enyo no na be kwa go jina so waton. He will file processes, 5 processes in court. The court will take delivery of the processes. The court will appoint an auctioneer. The court would appoint a valuer. The court would order for notices to be put in the dailies, national dailies, and to say Ghanaian Times, Daily Graphic, yes, these are the approved ones. Say your tons are property, you be one someone or memeka. But what you say in respect of this case. Now, we are property nan kasa baby esino. Essentially because it be an new run graphic. And so maybe a new pana opposite ton na dear no dear. It's also a year will be notices at the coffin farm. A dino. Into you be one someone. No, I have Niniano, we're done. Now,
and another thing, so I'm a person will clear free honor. Or saying Jina so can say, based on some fraudulent act to be an away or law firm, absolutely
false. My senior sent me, I said, the guy is not, I don't want to use a certain name. What he has there? Was it waiting?
And no credit.
Okay. So you see, absolutely false. Because it has nothing. Look, lawyer or ye case, no ye case, ni way. Once I know, can be so say. Along the line, nipa lawyer ne so jai case,
lawyer ni diana, lawyer
ni in delay 4 months. He's been calling him. I don't know what it is. Say, endangered species. Politicians are endangered species. Over the period, member MPs as if So why now?
10 years ago, and
no, you do 10, Papa, because yes, the investment in it, keka kosa, I'm say 8 or 9, whatever. Me, I'm here. Wouldn't say become me, no crap, or introduce me to this. When my Miss Grants me go invest in, I remember law school. I go for Abisika.
As I don't know some
Google Nidin, now be finished saving some Google Nidin.
I'm that time the church members no me the way so you know.
So media minimum in some way somehow no minimum why it is like this. Because me my about 10 cases and me against him and I got judgment and I sold this property through the court. Different cases, but I know about no, not at all. In fact, as we speak, we have 4 judgments against him. Medjuma as MP execution. People around him never me information about him. So I said to me, what do you say? As a lawyer, yes, me war a lot of cases. Look, with him, there is one client of mine. I me one judgment is here, mean to me execute. Papa no ba me hoko for Libya. Or Tanasia, who see the trust your friend or a Jacob Neusu. Make us say Papa Neu. Look, we name Sika no they told you and the Kranonia. This is what this man, so-called man of God, me wakos. My body, my car won't address him. Me say cases are me ye lawyer on record me ye. The man is dead. You frame me at that Kasika Kraned. We all have to find.
Now, no workers are property now say who can move in a motor and say about 10. And no,
the properties were 100 years. You're torn in here and you mean. Me say me my cases about 8 or 9 of them.
Okay.
It's because me no so do pay me bintina. Fortunately, I got some people around him who are giving me information. Because me filed a case against him, and then we sold the product. That was the first one. But there are a lot of things I would have said, but I would let it slide for now.
Okay.
I want him to proceed to court, and that is what I've said. Because there is a judgment against you. Go and have the judgment set aside.
Now, one court and after that's so Kassan.
No, my lawyers yesterday there were some discussions. Okay. So let's see how it goes.
Okay.
And but I need to clear say me untoward. I don't even have that intention. Me be untoward, and you all shifty goalpost, you know. Now see Augustine doesn't exist. Augustine now comes to talk and then you say something else. So what really is the issue? Go to court, face, because you are in court with him. On your Augustine will court. Go and slag it out in court.
Okay.
So that you ever about this issue of social media. If you continue doing this, one will near a year net, you know, and then we will buy you. Kasan one ye pet and ye rasamwa. Nyo ye take him on now. One will be on him to be or they are buying 2 million and a day. But will be your bonia. The party will be empty and no yes, I did. But then yes, answer that year. So be your bonia. So claim me so be your bonia. You know where to go. But what I say, this issue say, Ubejina social media because that place is quite unregulated. Utibiko shall be no one can help now, dear will be who I'm measured. Because I'm in government, at least for now, you know the way I do my things. But we are monitoring, and okay. I'm not alone in this. Okay. We are monitoring. Non koso na yenhwe no chena ye guso ayeka ye ne monitor. O chena bibi nia na so bi ebegina say ye on the 2 million no e de ye you better say no. The man is also not being fair because we will be here. We are a country governed by laws. Okay. Young Koyan. Enti yes, some be we say with social media because I hey first traditional media. So better say now be once money panakwan. Because you regulate it. Exactly. Because also one share media commission GJ for even one customer regulations are it will many panakwan. But unfortunately, you know, this social media there no and when you regulated papa nipan we chira no atagum. But I thought there be a young problem. They said now moving to the general way. Young problem. I mean, my general worker. Inti I mean different. This and ya can. Free speech has never been absolute. Or my bias. Even in United States, even in Kasebiano, you have to be measured. You want ya yenka. Yen timi and war my money and kase free speech absolute. Yen be because of niawaka. then waka. We all know, and I need not be educated or informed, say, attended in its raw state, and yet crime. It's true, it's not a crime. Awuku demonstration. There was a brand TV, and let me say it as a test. Send your TV will be in context. Na okra megaphone. Mahama Yugan. Let's say it. And I know my president understands what I'm trying to do. Sebi. Thank you.
You don't have to repeat those words.
No. You see, Sam, there is a certain, and I know His Excellency understands what I'm doing. It's important. Because my narrative now say what is obiache? Why? What hasn't the successive president suffered in terms of attended? Obiajibi. And nobody me say ye di obiatem and President Akufo-Addo in its raw form omiyekochi obi. See ye di obiatem na President Mahama omiyekochi obi. But there is a thin line between attended in its raw state and then section 207 and 208 of the criminal code. There's a thin line.
Okay.
And those lines, were important. You better cry the subject matter for today.
No. More deep on the breast here. Galamsey issue and affairs cost.
Thin line on say senia Awuku ewo sa propensity na say wo sa we ni say betimi akose yen the yen peace as omaya o folly under sa force publication na say your friend say
share you write about in John interview on I think Meet FM.
Yeah as a kakra bi o social media
share kakra bi
yeah so on
share the same
no ka say ono de sa achiche no any ade no it was started by
they can tell ade by
no but you see that's your problem problem at all you ever starting petrol we dey record cheat the record but there be I think yes buy near the mobile it yen hwe near way anim yen come there but then here kasa obi yen near go well so eno there ma yen kwai but then it do say your baba refer me can come or refer me to mama one kasa once say me make but just the Argentina so FDA flash chemical and plantain me so my this anko do am mensi for amanfo wu odwemu honorable nti se wo de wano ye the chemicals egu body so ma ne bre eno yeah
amanfo ewu enti ma me sha say if dog no me mamu nyina ma ho me na dog eke no ho asema me
o manage
abna FDA ewo be 1,300 staff workers in Ghana now. 1,300 staff for them. We share statistics na bebre na amu bebre no and I won't cry and then input him. FDA ewo all the 16 regional offices, I mean regional capitals. Inti near Chile say Awuku Central Region for example now. You expect to say the FDA na war region no be share nkunkro a ehyenasi na kaswa ka ho a sinfosu ka ho a donkono fe ka ho a keep kosu ye den e ka ho and then e kosu ne nkunkro na say as ma kwa Ashanti region are the same thing ni pa wo Ashanti region na nkunkro we na is expected say FDA be regulate sa market no any all the other areas Eduane eye ade baako a ye na honorable for me no mo bia didi Eduane say ndia ye produce no Ghana ha o se di fam no na ba yo na hia ne say ye eduane ye na ye di but ndie na say hwese say eduane na ye di no idia edikan be yi
Doku ne mame mbremo na yenhwe video bi we betimi appreciate sa enkomodi no mo omanfo so awomo ehwe yenti run the video na you ready am yenhwe why
ade abachi no na bodia no abre wo wakoto na wadi media minimu eti mimi ntobi because media ni menya ne saa kwadu ago yesu wutu oduboni a ebi ka wano kwadu yaya ne saa amango yaya ne saa anka yaya ne saa wo wan to no nana no akọ school no watobi oba no akọ school no watobi minka mama samunwa me baba ma wo store yi mu oto kwadu kwa ma ne ba wo fie okwa na bofra nada eti papa ne team yenu no no adi ye mi wo fie na bo be 11 ne e frɛ me sɛ o se ne yam ana me se kwadwo ye chako powder ne nom ye kwowie afa ya mani nsuo 8 doctor say kwadu na odi ye no poison ewom kwadu no ya pete so ye fancy ja so mi bu sampanifo se edro no wan na kraba oman no mu edro no wan na kra edro no eba oman no ya digu makoso ya digu nyado aso anioma bebre enti ye market fo no ye ni awudi fo ya baako because anioma no ya poison dada sa enuro no mpanifo mo animu a ye hia bia mo Ghana ye sramo babia efri babia mo nsama ne nko na yen sane ne ye adwuma ne tete mire mo no ya hima afo ni omusha ye me ye ne pepepe yes.
Okay, abusuafo nti wa wo sha eye dwomni ba wode ne sesi ne bo se de wasi aka no se me de minim saa eniema na se aduro ne de gu bode ne so a minim se de siti nti me de minto bi but me no mi no de ye nim nti be kwa koto edi ye makaye dok
Abrante we ma show
me ma show me pa and you say omo ye sa ne ye wudifo what I say enti wudi ni nyese obi ase bi watwitu anase kan bi de si so keke de wo ye wudi akwakogu ndo ye wudi ni a be ma show me pa
Abna Jeff about 3 months ago and a Yenia health minister honorable Kobna Minta Kando Edibetu just say Ghana health statistics interest say about 25% of Yene Ghana for and as a winipa and 9 biana at least be mu ba kumbi de or renal related problem you would the kind of na fantastic kidney ho komo ho touch makakra abna 4 no che say Yene eti 1 2 3 4 eti here no the likelihood say yemu ba ko was problem be ever kidney ho no high nkoma ayedi video ya yehwe has a direct connection with Sammi health minister na debate just some few weeks ago. I'm happy say Becca Galamsey asem because I know another issue because you know which is Galamsey no what direct implication was DNA but we ensue we eduane
na de Galamsey ensue apiso
that's it asem dey see yapon into wo resa body needs wo resa chemicals no na wasan ko num nsuo so a make credit cyanide gum now person will kidney no neje ohun abna you have a big problem oh my you see nkomo ayedi enye madina nko a enye madina nko a most of our major markets you want to Ghana ha no san nkomo we koso most of our major markets and I'm happy so with the way I wish say conversation about the BMSA I wish say conversation about the BMSA because na thing say sensitization nankasa say koso ma edwedifo nankasa no abna is not there say me I am say nka obebo video we abo say na be ya ye ne a ye to eduane nankasa be hu say na ekoso say na be mo ton eduane no so be hu say na ye nim say omo ye den omo ye and I'm happy say nipa nankasa ka no no so edwede ni bi
when you know one frame
I say drachi no so but you see oh yeah then I will ye free chemicals no say yem ban penifom ban no we say for chemicals no e say tia say And your chemicals need none a bit me abandon absolutely because they are more the purpose of ho. Mercury, I can want say mercury. You to me can say, yeah, banning mercury absolutely in Ghana because mercury no ni purpose and said there no ho. Oh, but I said drug abuse now, they can want abuse the use now, just say you're using the basa, say, no man, your problem. So no feeling saying, you're banning the crime and fan Ghana have you. Now, some of these chemicals, no, I'm lively informed. Say, we call mortuary near there. Some of these things, now you're chemicals, you're moving, now you're body preservations near there. Is there banning? I bet they na should be my bit me preserve everybody near there. Into number one, the FDA. I'm gonna be regulators. Abna, I'm gonna be regulators. Where media me when it comes to these issues of we now regulator me you won't free because workers are more. I could share the mamu. Meetings are more. Just a bibia, mo ye biano. Nkomo bi say inti ena mo ho. Problem be say inti ena sa regulator na wo institutional. Ya establish embrace a tie with you. You are an authority when your board, when your commission. We your authority, which means say, who was hard to me no to even cause for the prosecution of such corporate. Into the point is number one, they say. Your institutions, no FDA in this case, no. Then power no way to safeguard our public health because we share a mandate. A woman clear say, I was some more say, on my boy any who buy maybe DBA everything is up to standard. You won't be BIA. But you know the problem. What's up? They can't say about say regional capitals, no more office. I've now called regional offices now. Do your checks. When we say workers are more per every regional capital, I'm also relative to Nipa what region muno. Kids will be. They will tell you say you need to carry the bank of be brain near there for kesi hane ade. So at the expense of your life. So regional office of Koforidua na fence honorable constituency. I could also come home. All the districts or communities under Koforidua FDA office no. Nimpa no mo no mo saying. And can they monitor and ensure compliance across the district on what basis or how many times within the year? Into this office in there all right. But in terms of ensuring effectiveness, no, of course, between regulating the market, no, I enforcing market, no, it's not there. And at this time, I may say an important institution be say FDA, any district offices. It's regional and operative be across all the district. Sanka, if they are able to localize, go down, district, be FDA offices, all the markets are everybody nominates me and monitor some of these things, no, and we can go a long way. Now me, a friend saying institutions are more compliant. Now we catch them say, oh, and they need numbers no company, and I say any workers submit me a judgment test from. I am who because compliance now no. Nipa no kwachi nipa na say I didn't know no 1 year and I say we boom that's why. What me use authority? What the nipa no? I fine no. I bet me I raise the friends and revenue. We be create your workers neka. So why are we not able to do that? Me the mentire say. But I don't know if it or no. Unfortunately, say they say na ekoso. Your best BFO. Your best romo. Issues now, say ekoso your health sector and I say your market, your food system no, very dangerous. Near your police were within, near your imported ba. People slow room and near tea is just a clear evidence. In Tabana, we must be worried and we must be able to tell the FDA say I was almost stepping up on the game. But the any answer to me before the mommy for no almost almost job no abna almost job. Mommy for almost to you and no almost job. Sika ben kwa na wo pay. Sika ben kwa na wo pay ntino won to me and you sue the appropriate measures na won fan preserve you and fan my yes na be so we tia trade and edi. Sika ben na ye pay. E be obedo say wo to am obi ba o but wo fast ba be to bi edi. Wo da so me wan say wo nya wo ton no be keep papa no ofie na wo da mo busu mo di but say wo say ntwe no obusu ni ba to bi edi ana say wo wan to no nchen a wa ko to no baabi ono wan to no wo nchen a
say do no wa kan say wo baabi make say wo baabi so be come market bi oba na de onu de new city o
so wo ye wa ha ono so be na wo ho na ina ya bom na say na ye kunya ho ko
say do me da se pa ono ba Awuku
Nidi kind mama we're part of the bigger problems about the food sector. The reason why I make kind of say nipa finding ways how they get it rich quicker. Now and the chemicals you almost can once a man. I'm going to the extended video now. Or say chemicals on no more mood just on the crack. A penny for and a crown about the go mining. Na also about the P a gas your more. No crystal pie woman say Ghana there, it's not about the lack of law, so it's about the enforcement of the laws. Mashibejem yashe ewo. And they edufudie penny sikape aye penny intentino. Poison crowd the money in your because he has financial benefit. The distinguished Dr. Ayeka say, he said, "Una ibi Awuku juma ubi abehu and ubi bekacho na unkota. O ba wasman so unkota di ujo. And here, none of us goes to the market directly to buy. Yen4. What the four be so? Ibi obi owo ho fie anase busuani and obi ote won chance ko jonko di dwabra. Ono so kwa ne fe won so no ato no de aba. Now, what chemicals were ra eco food mo a na mpanifo ka asem bi se enye nea eto de bia if you enum ne ba na egu ho fi ne ekọ wenum no so. And we know a mao yare kitten be one half in a whole cancerous situation. And I am worried. I'm not because I'm worried about the situation and I'm a poor. It's say you don't even know which markets are affected. You don't even know say aha me could DJ and a beboame. And you many go on book and I say you didn't walk one inch. And I think say apart from FDA, apart from your friend is saying Ghana Standards Authority, and the agencies of state are a normal crabatas across the country. They have to be up and doing. It is not just about even the food. There's a nexus between and also means you so and JP, let me share a year Muniabako station, a year Joy for where Evans Spencer was even complaining about the turbidity in water. About ensure you polluted to a certain level. First, the now kokobusa, you be mount the data. To say no, you catch on some more release data na when you won't be at here. And now, Pena may share a video from Evaluate Ajomojo. I just say for the man, she be joining the crowd. Ensure ne wo hono and also you polluting from end to end. The timemufo no I even say some penny for no are not paying close attention to it and even alleging crowd the same penny for you didn't there then they are complicit. Mama me musa me can't just aduane but me more say a part of the larger problem. Now areas mining areas are yedia no bani biaba. Make no mistake, the chemicals are also finding its way in the food. Any no bana we dia ho no. What the all kind chemicals e dey spray ho. Na dia kwosha form no. Ye tu afi ho no. They say wo hwe mercury, wo hwe niema because ne won nsuo no no. And one other water nuane no. And maybe no koto pure water say or the water your friend is abroad before. It has to take streams, rivers into your air connected at their water. And for me, I am deeply worried. I'm deeply worried because as a yechi go, if I buy with him and if you know for yechi go straight. Papa, because these are things that you expect government say one, the enforcement of the various laws. Assemblies name was also our bylaws at the local level. You cannot wait no ujama FDA nkwano a. Almost said me no baby. They may have several offices and officers across. But this situation you are witnessing, it is happening at every corner. And uche will be fear anymore. Washemi kakra body drone or the at banche kakra bayre kakra. And the reality of it is that and niamana washishena and also so egu honom. In Krofone baba beto. You may never know where it will find itself. And I think say and it's a coordinated effort from agencies of state, from Timemufono and all, and the orientation to will be key. Because Ninu had the abre ayeton overnight, no, better than an Indian so abre. forgetting say the old to am obi aduane betimi akonanti mu ano ebekọ akopie wo ba table so and obi no hono mu a okokodidi wo baabi a say ye choba o say ye restaurant o say ye hin o madam fu bi na bu ne bo say ohowo na wi akokọ anani abo because obekọ no ye de aba beto plate ne so woni say akokọ no na chicken pox na aye no anase eye den na aye no anani na abo na dia beto and it's the same thing happening in the market
and asema okay ma me no video mo say no dey unim onto no and e bia na so be waju say we di wo restaurant no me ade
and it's not possible anya no say be kwa pie mu baby anya abekọ wedding anya abekọ engagement obekọ eyiase and aduane you don't know where abekọ akopie and the reason why I'm worried is that the law enforcement agencies no any enforcement of our laws but the orientation of our people because nipa na share them and champion me to say and who cry na say no e be mo say that the color efra inti ebi the wakwa say sample we no e good and but no say every day na but they come market no there you are not there into that national moral compass is very key. And I think this is why you been here more the robot for no. Because any never also the other year they are pesika. But before I be realizing now what we feel so about be affected. And I think this for me, and you do the issue of Galamsey, I will also
Mate, Dr. Abeidu, message way your deal, Amos Ebo Esel. Doc, I'm highly disappointed in you. Why have you turned from the Fanti to Chi to discuss issues today? Don't forget, you are Fanti. Let the Fanti.
Catch your body. Maybe I this is Ukraine or Brom. Catch your body.
Ebo say of honorable Fanti Awuku when you to me ayeka.
Catch your body. That's
it. Ebo dog say what that's a pa. Honorable Bidiako.
Dog, yes, I know the church and I can't.
You see,
honorable Bidiako.
These are very serious issues. You are Groby and Nanche. Say, life and death matters. Because a crew you move brave, young creator and create him at the create. But you might build the way you move every now and then. And share that because you war default. Your friend is saying reasons are will be free more. You never meant it. Ya ne janisa ne ko ba yan ye kumye me ne mpanifo edika akasa ya adwen completely say these are bread and butter issues. I mean, and life and death matters. And for me, as a look, I also agree with Honorable Awuku said, we don't need more ACA enforcement. Now, FDA has said there, Kessie partner said, I enforce a Act 851, the public health. Your friend said, Emra na ewo no. In your tree 1914 year. So to the bonnie become one. A very, very, very profound. Because ni awo be ye bia no, enya akwa bonten a. Unim nipa obekwa akoto. Edidi mu a obekwa akohia wo baby. A program na no more ya mama me kasai. Na a program a why na organize.
No, the video just came up because they noticed say the EOCO so no. I think say where mama na kasa na no masa.
No, that's a program.
Education.
It's a program. It's just about one of these assembly health programs. I think.
It's your we no as obi akọ.
Say they be na ya boy ye di ho.
No, ya kan ya be sorry. Ya you obi ka so nya adwuma.
Sure.
And ye kro mu ha no ya how pa ba akọ no. E ba say ye can say ya na asefu for. And I me betra bia to say, and I've deliberately taken it. Say, I will keep reminding. Oh, say insuo say for by a giant say and penfu a ye mo said yes say mo hwese ye baby bi next year insuo say unity a ye nya so how no mo ma money nko ho na monye because that's the issue. You can't say ya sanfufo bebo mu a ye gya bibia nti we na aba ye nya ya tete pen say ye de niam bi na ye de ye titru bode ne kwadu ni ade enwo asemu nso kema then ye ya fa onim say fish na ache
no quite dangerous
very
yeah
so and so yes anya mania but meaning say no nti ene ye hihye mra onim say pursuant to the act no public health act no Food and Drugs Authority eso mo hwe no mo ma obia comply no hye se obi biara wo package aduane no body ni ade ka ho obi bia o store aduane for purposes of the ayeka o store aduane no wo hia license FFD answer see ya shamra no parliament and I say na enye maye dia ene na mu ntua ayeka me nkotana because obi bia it is for a reason ya be dey kura wo ba bia wo hye wo store niema no it is all license there ya kire wo omonso be ma wo akwankyere na abre ni on pepa be hwe no map timi up for sample akọ lab akọ hwe it is a why you BB and so yeah they take you on
sometimes so during normal visits almost me back on and now
no but the challenge is that you see some visit no some in confusion show fie ye niam o anipa hin na one license a obetimi akọ ehun se mami wura ha na mami I just all call market for you know sometimes and you see market the problem is that some of them were work ton nyom na store ono so ko fa fee baby and anti so person hu anti no say wan kase wo a wo ton no keke na beje license wo a wo store wo a wo package because om nim say obetimi aye niema e de bibia aka ho anti no esase wo beje license fee FDA I can read it to you guidelines it is one kwankoje dia na is what to amamra but unfortunately no when be share say
na come baby say no what to amamra no why so said yes mra no so
no but you see I mean nim say metimi aka ne say ya ye how pa we krom ha no convenience ayenya wo partisan politics wo de ma yenya na kete se woni license a untimi kura nkɔhye kwadu betense mu okroma afede ya mo de aba mo adwuma
ye de ye ba
ye ma mo kwan no aye ne mo pe
nsa na oye no garam say
o say nkomo me ni nkomo na ye kama what you say timi enya ne sa so that is the main challenge that is the main challenge na bibia sipa conveniently no bi de akɔhye amanyoko bi achi na amawe nra ensene nansa you suffer kusi what is that
kusi boaten
ya sama no ka
ada okande
say I was so obe chimi because Dr. Baumia madam for why never chube na ne ngoche Dr. Baumia na kasa let's stop this
so you were not there me I was seated among the congregation in case one cancer he was speaking in a context or say neba because there were even NDC people there were people not say oh no he has friends now that for power bako any Baumia na area or see they are like my brothers and my sisters they no na bia on me nya adwo na abetimi atunko na betimi yes but so don't put it that way we do it meaning me okay na do ya out meaning me
unim say conveniently obi di boni wo krom ha e be bi e kone moaye
no video
no problem we dey do aka let's condemn near media because he are here no everything to do with enforcement any say obi di boni no me chese obi di boni na say say ekopa say yes sorry say see ya akochichi nipa say wo ni license say obu akwadu wo ni license say obu ebode a obeti wo kroma okura beka bi say afi de ba bi am de adu no but that is our issue because the law is clear here this I don't make control mame I'm say 2020 now I know why this any guidelines for licensing of food manufacturing facility 20th April 2020 but them papa oko kan ahase ya o kan 3.1 no and 3.11112 or say food manufacturing facility we define here license no say then a food manufacturing facility a commercial operation that manufactures packages, labels, or stores food for human consumption and provides food for sale or distribution to other business entities such as food processing plants or food establishment. Just say, for the purpose of this guideline, the purpose of this guideline is to provide guidance to prepackaged food manufacturers, producers, or the requirements of the Food and Drugs Authority, and the procedures by which food manufacturing facilities shall be brought into compliance with Part 7, Section 130 of the Public Health Act. What kind of Public Health Act now? Or say SSM regulating. It's no longer guidelines. So that is our issue. Because, look, human beings naturally, near selfish kakra in your account. Ubi a easy shortcut, ubi a easy way. But near or mind be so near maybe I want to mean any sort of run the edge. Do crown rain so better. But the knee ubi a shen baby and your pay. A ya ne yeding, am I? Enforcement no na SCA. I don't know staff strength them so can once them of FDA or fem. And I was say be a pigeon, and I feel say inspectors especially. I see pigeon near pigeon munswa. Omunkoye adwuma nse ne yesese omoye. Because in PMP near befa nipa ye tuo moka so omunye adwuma. Omu beko na problem na da so compromises bebre. O ma obibi kakra no wagya no no ye ne ope. But the kwa obeto aduane adi. Obenumu nsuo. I agree. Nsuo esem nso ye problem. Because ye nia ye nim amongst other way no galamsey any ade any even general mining the use of unapproved chemicals omode eye you nsuo ya nso na ye the source of water systems ni ade enti ye nia no ni ye say nsuo no de maye ya ho it is a major issue ye ni betimi aya nso ye be kan say aka omo ayetu omoka e wo data me mfa anything like Galamsey Asan Meka. I will not take anything I did good politicians. So you would need pay some year maybe. Are they doing the work? There be no mono, ya showed you na said me ne ye Awuku and ne obeka can say Galamsey near Konenkoye or no by moi ni solution ye day. A baby I say no more ye two obia ye Juma wo EP obia ye Juma Minerals Commission 20 years 30 years. Na Juma no so sorry no pa. So your minerals commission, your inspectors. Your inspectors, what are they doing? But you know, I am politicians, most more can interfere. I have said, Macau baby say me. Sasa will be a coming for Macau baby. There may be Cassa and creativity. Mancase and men can't say no criminal, but we can say, Dear Debbie, what the patrol me. Ebinso yusu sadia no de ye niam awe ase pa me kochena me se permit ayi ba yi flat ba yi me kan say because minimum say bi ye wo technocrats ye adwuma engineers e wasea deals a omo ne nkrofu isisi adan wo no ye nim we have no idea just true politician why DC obeba obedi na ebi wo okro di 2 years ni areshafo no
but say before I will be so ebe hide operating in that manner no ne what the higher authority means why ye me just enye ni
ebi wo ho but na ye nya saade no nso onim ye na ntin ye ntumpon look take the person on when are you engineer you have to make sure saade we no me kan chiro hwe wo de o mbedi tron chiro mo nka wo radio so say honorable Asumasi and the catcher and say onjai say nipa ne bra wakosi edan wo call him out. Any phone, me froze here, it will be recorded. And yet, Kasanimpo, at least there will be a recording of me line about any other. Sometimes, take the the person on. And to see, I never say, you can't say that the special man of war. Me, I'm a send someone here came in who named him in FDA. But what must say? Me actually no so say me kochi obi a politician be ka say me njai no etina onso media ni waje na di no aka chen so okay ni njai system no me so me ni training wo mu as a politician ye wura Sammi ni training wo mu as a politician etina system no ye build anything edu baby let's call people out say who now ye engineer who now ye FDA penny why is this happening there no me kan tell say ya so honorable Asumasi na se ma me nkonkoye ebi bebre bi o hentisa. Because over the years, the MPP NDC, a trouble, a wama, a nipa namase de yenema. I'm telling you, I know where the Galamsey in some way again.
Yentinsi want to home so Honomona. Daniel, Edu Afari so Ediaba. Or say Abena, please. If a bo wants a doctor to speak fancy, then please tell Honorable Sammi Awuku to speak Equiapem cause he's from Equiapem. Okay, he's from Equiapem and also from Mampon Hands.
In the office, woman.
Okay, it's yet also and now so far the chronicle and don't have a Equiapem. Well, I'm saying yes, are operating with impunity. Mahama na ede mi bisa say bano galamsey de ACA if indeed senkofo etu te say de punishment any ho no mama wo mo te say de mra bi any ho no ma obi tu eye galamsey ya emra no ne bedia na eno no say enforcement no na anase say enforcement mechanism no na enye adwuma anase no na afeliye say we dey compare because me say yet den apreto so beba nti ma me free hono what to compare 2017 to 2020 and also dealing with it no politics mum and I say say problem na say you weak institution and also na enye adwuma nti ama ebinum mine with that impunity no honorable Awuku say dey free ho
mama
bansa na obesha say no Salom and so say tolerance of composure of the discussion. Kudos to the panelists. Inti yaboma baso. Inti edu ha say no. Me pese sa composure na no. Motu waso sa de mame. Mba mo chon mate.
Mfam pa bon teche.
Abra yati.
Dog me da say. Awuku.
Maybe kind of abna it's a very serious national issue. Na mesre akasa so kakra. River Pra on Tuaba, Brim River on Party Congress, River Densu on Party card. Na and then across Yemaimuha, in Subia and Honomoa, and ye contaminated. Aside that, there's a big gap between promises made by President Mahama our campaign in 2024 to now, Obetnas was Ghana Mampeni. And there are turbidity levels in water. Senabe omo a chioment me anti as a chim say in Siono say assay level in Pempenso do now say intimate measure. Sometime last year, a part of central region, greater part no munye nsuokra no, isan insuni bia kwanyako Ghana waterfall facility no na insu etimitim. The most dangerous aspect is that nananom they are the revered owners of even our lands. Oh yenkra ase ene yenkro nketewa mu bi. Now nananom are being forced to be at the forefront when nananom mumno esomo weche. Nananom are doing that because they are the last pillars standing. Nananom inkra military, nananom inkra police, nananom inkra law enforcement agencies. But then ya dani yechiatre nananom eni nchima. This government has failed in a monstrous manner, monumental in the fight against galamsey. The Presbyterian Church of Ghana not too long ago, a couple of months ago, declared a season of red means stop. Stop galamsey. Because someone sorry so appetite across the country. Oko Ahafo, the Tano River today. And now me a publication. Na nanoma petition Mampeni to come to their aid. Mama me sure say ufi ahafo. E bia o de ene wutin kan. We busu afo dodo no a egusu wo mukrom. Me fi Eastern, efi Ashanti. These two regions are also under siege. There was a video no na me share of many NDC for the campaign time. So what is a President Mahama winnie we almost catch a galamsey boys illegal. Mo for tools no for equipment fat sim. And then one no it has caught up with us. The reason why we are discussing the food as some contamination, I'm going to say a nexus with even the water. What can you yes please and the chemical no be kwakoto. Ensure now we are connected from the polluted rivers within our cities, within our villages, and maimuna as a result of unchecked illegal mining gone rogue. We are a nation under siege about illegal mining. The kind of voices that we heard when President Akufo-Addo time, emu software near the preaching, emu civil society, mu media for ya constantly, obeko media houses in Buwana ya di ensure different types. Today it has gotten worse, not better, according to all statistics. Behind the statistics are human lives. Statistics in your human beings, but behind the statistics are human lives being lost. And then you won't encola mofra with deformities. Last night I hear a report from Konfanoche. Obi won my be wa bofra no na ne huni ni ho. Ye be wo no na chese na so no ba ko ni ho. Minia Bediakon, he is in a very difficult situation as a member of parliament for Akwetia. Ibiane say no ka say oko kan be politics no. Me afanya because momo de ye. E na obabi afi ba no ye mahye bedwani of a mining constituency. Oti hey ne to sapa pa wakonyo because topic no nya ya me fa time ni na 10:30. Wa said I on abrana woman means say la lie. Mame obenya me na me catch us obenya sa topic we no. Ono no okono left obetima lusu okọ right one way you obeti primary school obetima lusu. Nti onipa sa no topic we me no a e ka senka se bia me wo committee meeting bi no ajaman na yetimi abombi.
Na sa na no mo de politics na say
nya identity na politics. I don't fault it is that they wanted the nation's attention to be focused on it. There's nothing wrong if politically you raise the temperature on a matter. But it has gotten worse. Some George Monia, the fellas got over you can say Ukra presidential authority, executive presidency. Within a week, Krabit me and stop it, I'm saying. Minia Sam George. These are not friends, these are brothers. And near many people can Sammi Jemfi on how a Akufo-Addo buying how much as a galam if you ever say on a scale of 1 to 10 and the Nanado Galamsey was 3 out of 10 today you're 9 out of 10. Accra Kumasi Road now all driving towards Kumasi your left and right in some of the communities you see open Galamsey. You had report for the first time in our history police for our backyards somewhere in Ashanti ye two. What's agenda 111 you are yen hospital ne kwana nkofo nyemu ada. Where so you identify as a bit me to be. The government promises or the AI May 2024. President Mahama said the government under him will fight even Galamsey with AI. Where is the AI? Where is the AI is here they fight? What comes so you're the Nimos about Nimos he keep telling you so you go so you arrest unless you want to be a hypocrite today in Ghana, unless you are a man of God, you stand on the pulpit and want to be hypocritical. Our word see no evil, hear no evil, and now because things are going in the right direction. You know the danger. In Miana, you near in the buying Wakrao. You near no buying with the city center of Kumasi or Takrade or Kufridia. If the villages of our country, the hinterlands near the Bakroni. So if that is the case, all of us are at risk. Because in so now what did you no buy no unsafe and unclean. And you may be a very rich person, but you don't plant the crops.
Produce them.
Obi a o produce the abano. Unim the chain after into the obeko. Oh yeah, big boy. Obi restaurant ya bo babe. Yeah, massage wa frona udidi, but then nia wo di ko mu no uwia esanso your transit point to your grave. So for me
and the work Kenya is a bang by Okaye, Ebobo, Ibinudin, or Yebe Solve, Ebeni.
They even said they will go after the kingpins.
Exactly.
President Mahama said when he comes, he will free the Galamseyers and go after the kingpins.
But you know, sir, the history of Galamsey, men can say within time 8 years, and go back. But so we share the way I now see deteriorate here till me find say within more 8 years and me I don't say even something if we are campus say within that time no more buy you know say 1 year 6 months ain't me ain't free honor.
Are you speaking for them or for the Ghanaian people? They said that within 1 week Mampeni to me by Mampenia he will stop the Galamsey. I didn't say it for them. I'm quoting my brothers. There's a mama about only more than 1 week. Perform 100 days. Manifesto could be 100 days. Go and extract it. The things they said they will establish in fighting illegal mining. President Mahama said they will wage a ruthless war against illegal mining. Today, almost 2 years into the administration, situation is worse. Akufo-Addo is no longer president. He is no longer president. NPP is no longer in government. But you promised us that you may say for the first time you have men of God, the Catholic Bishops Conference, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Papa a Pentecost of Penny Crack or Kambia yet to talk maneno. Intino Aquaquet said the media being the fourth estate of the realm. The media, your silence is noisy. The people of Ghana mujina in the gap between the people and the agents of accountability. Why are you too silent? It is affecting all of us. NDC, NPP are same thing. It is the government of the day on control, the military, the police. They came with a manifesto. Opposition cannot implement manifesto, Tom, so stop comparison. Opposition, we don't implement, we talk. Talking you can't stop, we will talk.
Okay, but you see for me.
Me, you know the me see for me. But you know it's a time near more. Me because me see for. I have to respect myself. Okay. A time near more. But the reality is that the silence of civil society. Omo me environmentalist and na omo trouble for kesiye. Omo na sabi asofo akukudam. Now they're asking us to pray instead of fixing the matter.
Let's say so of the view say spiritual.
How is this spiritual when the human being is carrying a bow and arrow carrying tools to their assassination? How is that spiritual? Spirits don't carry a champagne machine. Champagne machine, spirit burn a tissue. This government for me, the biggest tragedy is the government itself. And you see, another dangerous aspect which is not part of your topic, but be a missing from Bangajo.
Responding because we see from
first day we are busy as they say you're dealing with the bread and butter issue. Galam says they are breaking down buildings across the country. Schools in the 100 years, hospital facilities here because 24-hour market. So digging further. Okay, digging further.
So what I say no come on me pesa we dey no wrap up.
Maybe what aroma. When you say we have a mic to wrap up. We are making say we are not in normal times with this Galamsey matter. And the government is benefiting from this illegal mining because they are only interested in the figures and the gold that from the mining sector. So they are looking at gold board sustainability. They are looking at the sustainability of say you two gold near their gold board. No more shipping it out. Near their performing, but our lives, young blood into a blood money that we are getting from the mining sector. That cannot be. And I think that I want to challenge.
But Oma State said they don't buy gold.
Madam, what are you talking about?
Illegal.
They have several tiers. You have aggregator. What tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And the people now so far the animal. What you have now? Because we being caught at the animal or restaurant. Madam, when you produce here.
That's what no they one. No.
Madam,
so, you don't know
you know that one you can challenge them. The gold that is produced from Ghana's mining sector and the small scale mining, artisanal mining, greater percentage illegal mining. Don't confuse yourself. Me mako aqua underground during campaign. Me call Prisia Huni Valley. nyamde mani ko hu ye underground udo on might say like a whole city it is out here na mo shafo. Then I was shocked to see a colleague NDC team kwhwe minia here say mo na ko to UK or can high commission no your deputy communications director Boahin
or
Germany Kwakubwahin ati se moti se Mahama wini a mo fa mu tools in ade no forest ne we are where we are today because of government the gap between the promises made and what you are witnessing Mr. Papa no for yes, civil society and the media, your silence is noisy. Okay. And Ghana is sinking in this Galamsey matter.
Honorable.
Okay, Kasa, about 20 minutes. You see, yeah, now. But anyway, flag bearer and say wakase ni here ne political power. You bet your mass. Otherwise, a young home principle. Answer me shasi minti we view. Who say you can say ye ba President Mahama can say Kimpings in the area everywhere. Ye ba power in 2025. We went after the Kimpings. Near Kotu Obia, what says Samra boy who need nada. And say can near Wuken. When you correct the Akoso Samra boy, and also Kagana, Samra boy in your Kudiwa. And your chain, no check campaign or shady. And now, one cassa under your tenure, Muya and Shisheye, amended minerals and mining act, no, at the campaigns, no more facilitating, no, every shame first name. Nkiache your crash of wala ni ache nko ba mo amu brezumu ye nhihye say obi a ye be che no a all facilitate no ye njeli ne tese nia otu na enenne mo incoming national chairman anko no na ebehwe mo party ne so no odem because of that facilitation of illegal mining this recorded that wa obi entimi nka ho asem. So what's your principle? Ye che bi ense nka mo kan ho kase ye danyame ase onko because or say in the EOCO na mo start free wound to me free wound. It is what's the principle Galamsey say or mine ye kwachi obi a ye associated with Galamsey as free him si etie mu a ye kwa na ye ba so who approbate who are reprobate. So it's a principle ne say Galamsey nye enti ye nto so sa ye chi wound to me no esa mo kra mo ta ye chi ne ade ne ko na mo de mo ye different. By your anti-one young goche. It is a President Mahama Kasi a better campaigns now. Bako example, no. Now, you see, we had the manifesto. Look, Galamsey says, no, enough. Yeguso, say, only more campaigns and only more better. Media minimo bi wa kwatia o ye
president wa kase wonim se ne party
no wan kasa wa kwase ye nkrofo wa ye nkrofo ye president wo ye Awuku so o ye Awuku so ye Ghana ni o ye president wo no so ntie ye ni wan kase ye nkrofo ze NDC for you see what to say dey na tuma na me nka Galamsey ase no ye ni I tum said there is na president onye
you're not investigating two national officers
minimo no
you don't know
no
sasa mwaka minim Attorney General himself mentioned said they have petition on that of and that of
Attorney General EOCO yes
EOCO
EOCO means Attorney General but you see meba o de man kwa na Galamsey asem let nobody get me wrong look
are you saying there's no Galamsey
patch there is a problem we're not American so allow me Galamsey need a problem papa we need to tackle it look even pollution near the end and so but any man is near BB. Okay. So we need to be very, very but you see, Mr. Me we now only me this uncle we are. I'll concede. Say a what? Say a dog because me young in the background ye. I'll concede. Say we need to do more. Take me anywhere. Quote me well. And so no the Okasakra. Hey! Look, almost legit.
As some of us say, or don't be there. Also, my penny say, said all kind or generalize them until so a gun. Until the on the
why? It was NDC from Ghana, Galamsey. Is that what you say? So there is a major problem. I see any. I'm going to drink. Okay. Yes. No. The position you do in Ghana has no. Onimobia. As youth organizer, ni organize onimobia. Oh, now for minus. Only. But you see, it is a challenge. Look, MPP and the legalizing galamsey. Kroma NDC maybe that. At least, yanya kase ye ba enimani muara. Sa legalization of galamsey. Mode ko promulgate emra. Minka ni twineti funti. Emra ye di ko to forest. Say afi abeye emra ye ko to forest because of mwana mu parochial interest in tino. Yen ye be revoke his amra. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said no way. Ye makwan ye nkutu ye forest. Senki ye koso emma sa amra no ye adwuma okroma kan ye nka west. Min kasi ya solve problem no entirely. Nti am say woni me hwe manim ka chem say no ona obedi ako. You need to do more make say me ji otum. Minim say otimase ya. But say omo no nenne enti wa hwe nkomo na. Omo ka am say na omo ntimi nkire ade ba ko omo ba aban mo mbe. Na omo ye press conferences no ni ade. Na nka waka say ye ba my flag bearer kwa afese ndu dia. They see what is his policy on galamsey or baba mo then obey different. It's not just about to go more.
You have a program on too.
Don't worry.
The opposition that should run it.
No chile say during my time na mo ye airline na me ko to forest na ye be revoke ye no ba obesa de sam ranaba no makutu. During that time you had a hold on mami kasa hold on.
No honorable bedia no because galamsey as a the focus no enye abanya wo ruli
no but me
policy ye di besia no opposition no person wo ye na
no so you see be catch say ye di san komo ya why one family ko ametra anya 101 ke be din komo pass up penisa next time framing ko but you see or I cannot sit here na ye nwie program na me address the waka because senya atwumbi o ma look my more example why waware mu asem se waware a ma me kwan na me nkyere bibi kakra se ope ebi asem bi si na opo bi atufu abekọ akofa ne wagya ne yere nra bizu asem oka obefa
maybe your experience.
No, the experience say opo bi obed mend waware amawa ma me kwan opo bi
is it not strange?
Hold on.
What kasa 15 minutes don't mean asan all the
say ya ba be revoke him mra no
so that is one
major very major and as a chicken pin maka around here me chicken pin won't chicken because so say some boy I'm saying that we need to do more don't me anyway
me say you are
mama
haven't offered any solution on how to clean this water.
Me say quote me anywhere. We need to do more.
Like what?
Oh no! Enforce the laws.
Which law?
What you say?
One can't just say mining be anyone.
Me catch you say. Mining was we need mining na ye galamsey wa kweti. We need mining because kweti am mining here we feel no cry. Because we need am fail here. Yenti am kan keke. No mu bia no ma so because you so aye but we need to do more.
Like what?
Mining asem why yeah the community mining ni ade senya na mo okay
the biggest mining we have paid on Mane Buama our brother Eni Mutala Muhammad was this government being much more serious in the fight against galamsey.
Then I'll pass here.
One of the deceased wives. I'm saying a year down the line. That's what they were expecting. So nipa wo obedi akon jai nipa wo abishewu nkrana sini ko kasiem wa de ntowa we you see yes say ya because utie woni bibi I be ginger be minim ne oye no kwasem ne say they failed woefully una wa ban no you must so okay that was a question can we need to do more we galamsey wasem no asem o do ho ye galamsey okay do afoji tum so feel man kwa na me kasem me so na wa ban because say if nana mo coming to galamsey to fight galamsey et say na mode year 24 economy ya tete de ya tete anopa captain Swantawia sami demfi anazi bedi akwanwumre wa tete media na mde aye na edetio pache galamsey asem ye personal mame ukrom tano area hono
sa ano dendi 2024 utie no ka ono aka committee no so ko pristia oko underground ko hu ne no ma sa bra ne wa ban
me say na me kotu on for
Debi man come say no system tie tools me e wa ban oh you see Debi me na say me start it kra o ma me nkasa Debi afẹ na me betre your policy me nkasa kra
once that wouldn't tell us
asema me chi refer ni keke say ye chi omo income national enya do Debi na do kasa Debi man kwa na me nkyerensem
Debi ona bo bedi akon
o ma me nkasa
wrap up
and somewhere you are kind man come as a wouldn't be the tie
so bopa provoke me bem
but you see we will surely play your record no in 2028 abaye be kwa to any ntu ha o pre-2 media ma Dr. Baomi and your record how this see no na obebo akire as compared to yan.
Why are you asking Dr. Baomi to bring his programs to fight?
But you speak for him. Dr. Baomi should be able to tell us say we are very friendly because what we are doing yeah the blue water guard about. We should do more, but we haven't done nothing. America ni beka. We've done something, but you see, so what go so kasa say make see your promises you against campaigns. Ya cho incoming chairman. Your promises say you be revoke sa amra na mo say yem fam kotu yem forest ni ano. Ya revoke. Ya nya hwe no no.
You fighting AI. You are fighting Galanse with AI. I know you're doing.
Me who your manifesto.
Mr.
Oh, your manifesto na da hayi. Oh, so me be say manifesto na da ha. Me who be bia ha.
It one thing that say president Mahama.
So you see Nyabotre. What dey ayete ya we are young man. Yes your presidential material. Na chibia no be do let's start ba so ba be. But the need say that. And we done far better than we here.
Oh, come on. With
the
water level.
Now water level 8 years assessment of Bojuma no. Say okay bibi chair. O say aren't you being unfair? For 8 years, most scorecard in your bottom, and you want to compare me 8 years to 1.5 years. Because you can never compare 8 years in Nadia way, and from the 2 years, 1.5 years. You are being unfair. 8 years, we are one day. You see, that undoubtedly Galamsey is a problem. Galamsey Obian is a problem. But to be frank with you, the way a manner almost failing until maybe so worry as so person will become only one go be our Jawarena.
Oh, we so catch us on
no, almost come on yes or fast Awuku, Debbie.
Also, be to me, I regret it.
I'm telling you, the best teacher I experienced. It's the experience I so a failed driver, a failed driver. Obia wa kotrika dia kunya accident.
When you see 20 minutes I want
solution ba. When you see 20 minutes the solution ba. Debi mo treba ko. Solution ba ko ben na you wa kuma. O ka say o so mbo me
me pacho.
Yes, chicken pay. The Minister for Environment. I report. I'm so open now.
Minister for Land.
No.
Amabua.
There is
Suma Galanse.
Have a minister said to me Minister, Abujina Fosse won to me 2 tunnel. You will go for so near Bonibia. One thing will grow. Or say won to me near Bonibia. Frame pop what you didn't see Chrome Hada. And you're reporting that terms of now the Marinka or the house.
National officer of your party. That minister ain't that you say that this Galamsey there you'll be uncomfortable because you are unable to the situation
but we need to do more.
Mami bisa mumie doc memo ba mami bisa mumie no. Uyetimi enya alternative way.
Bisan
ebetimi aboa mining community.
Won
say entumrika enko. So even if we say eneni akasa ye so Galamsey asanase yetu ase kana. Esi etimi enya bibia ebesi na nan ama enese youth no or ne dwuma bi a wo ya. O say entumrika nka say okwa kutu Galamsey.
No, there is a problem. And that is not political. it's a huge challenge. Galamsey no komo na ye din. Say nya politics na odi be mu na. Ni yesi ye din komo, e be din komo go ni problem. Ma me ncho hwe.
Okay, so o ka say.
Enkofo a yes adwuma yi. Any the kind of sika omo hu no. What the alternative livelihood where you be I na with you.
Just I know
emfa.
Yes, it mean to us.
No, so you see there is a major problem. We all know this.
Political interference.
That is the problem. No, you see, political interference, and it's still the same as Mekai, you know. Political interference na ayeka no. Me fa. Me maka me constituency ni say. Ensure. Bitie me here pa me ba ma nka.
Penny betra say. I him for any politician, any woman who film said they
are fighting political way no me. As my constituency, omunim me maka. So we adwuma baby na enyi nsuo enye forest na bibi ni a ebetimi ahwaka but so papa to nsuo me say da bi me nkasa me say bibi ni ebetimi aka me say ebetimi aka but ukotu nsuo the major issue we have ukotu nsuo ukotu forest and flaming and they know
who can we
they know and nobody obi enu obetimi aka only me conference look my law enforcement officer bi enu obetimi afreme obetimi aka wo fidie so say obi otu nsuom bremu na makase ma de kwan no ntu me nyesa ada and I can say that confidently
2 minutes mama dey wrap
up mama fa we nti mesre Galamsey asem no eye nyama mienu na me den. And look, or can't the or can't the man or some or the issue na be livelihood matter. And Kofo Phil said, do I mean? And that land tenure system, as an idea. Yes, constitution, they say a good year was here, but on no one is or say assassin media. Name a person turn the man as Messi. It becomes very difficult. Obachi assassin, watching you too. And now, why it becomes very difficult so because a livelihood matter. And when soldier folk go baby e cause e costope omo a eye Galamsey a na community ni nara e ma memma e say yes yem pene omo ye Ghana fo obe the tube spray omo ni a no it you do baby a na so obaba maybe just maybe me the ene say obi yemma education en kokese say yen kasa obi enyai mining so we baby pese utu a Bejin krata ni ehwese baby a wo no emme baby a ebe ha ensu ya na se bi
community mining and so
community mining go so koso ya lunch bi wo kro ye friend say in my region ya lunch bi wa brem ene ade eno no aban na ema lease no na ko omatwitwa ede ama regulated. I think that is the way to go. But you see MPP no nipa bi nso wo mo concessions o nya years ago oba betoye asaban. But need to no nipa na so Bejin krata there is a difference between lease and the license. So benya lease na aban na assign amount. But benya license na nkasa to mine no eso call EPA, eso call Water Resources Commission, eso call bebre. Now koko eno no pen bebre nipa enkonkutu. And one other enkonkoje license. One other challenge I must say one. Obi hold the lease. Your friend say site plan they attach it. Yes, master Jaffo. No crane permanent. Dako. So I now a law enforcement officer. Seko na munko stop your munko chio. Nipa no kwa no nipa no the lease na chance me license wa. That is the lease. So you did na you did that call. You training no to read side plan or nim say wasas if you have ha. Often no you have minors who hold this lease but not you two or baby kura enye. So and a soldier for no cry
and that is the problem.
It's a problem.
Honorable so over kai and Jenny, something is it a J or one of the has say yes. Or say majority of the people are mutsu a mining in a prospecting license.
Yes. It's a problem. Yes, because prospecting and this all the mining they were prospecting license, Niama e ka huni nia o de mine
no.
So what you say but on the mine there is a problem.
You o de mama ma ho me so na dock emre mu bi why me say wa so wrapping up no we an was invest me so do me so fa che
na be make say sabiti
ya ka man so catch you
abna say sabiti dem pa na be make because winning me dey mean here some 1 minute 2 minutes you I was san komo ya
o de kasa
Doc is an environmentalist.
We hear some 1 minute 2 minutes. Say what come
me more 10 minutes.
What can me
me more 10 minutes.
Man 8 na man 2.
What's time for you?
They wrap up.
Abna.
Do.
I am the say honorable Sammi honorable Media Common and we are lawyers. I am the power if you say omuti brasini mumbrem. Iti me stati akasa afamra ho. Abna wo hwe Minerals and Mining Act 2006 and I don't mean him
as amended.
No, the original one. The dick kind number 1, me kind of tree. A good year beer, ya media my, in the natural state. Say, well, assassin and assassin so. Say, won't assume. Say, so be the beer wagana hano. Say, what he say, be beer, the beer wagana habiano. Or say, is the property a minor. Padie na ye dia share o mampanin nsa ye dia share o mampanin nsa in trust for the people inti gold o den aye bia ye ka ho asem bia gold bia na ye ka ho asem bia say free galam say free large scale mining no mbra no say o mampanin na ye in control abna wo call ye constitution 1982 constitution article 36 clause 9 on sa na ye ka no or say on minor be fancy say bia so of bia say or the be bo or the be safeguard the can tree cry can say beba ho ban na or the CC environment say be ya dache for na o kind of brofunu posterity while cooperating with and need put there in said Minerals and Mining Act as more kind say good bia na o magana he bia shahin cry o mampeni say the same constitution 1992 they say on mampeni and I say on minor which is led by the president and I say this of here say your environment ni akopon dia chair ni aidan abo ho ban say na bia temfo ni omo ya wo mo ende omo ebe wo mo ochina betun ye ho faso make we akwesi so say honorable Sammi honorable Media ko say mo meyi na yetum say problem na ye ka ho asem galam say whatsoever no yen to me can yen use the politician no infani free. Let's call a spade a spade. Abna EPA are responsible for managing or regulating our environment. Minerals Commission among mo say you be too good near the good I mean all the minerals commission e show monsa. Mama come you way pay. Water Resource Commission would dey ka ho miensa because e show common yedi. And also another regulator. Sa institutions miensa way. Say it higher kan ho asemi. When I appoint your CEOs.
Oman
Penny appointed CEO for the EPA say, corner anything about the environment biano, cohesion promoting the protect mommy. Oman Penny appointed Minerals Commission CEO. Say anything about gold biano, make sure say what and Water Resource Commission and all that. In that one, he say I can. Galam say commodity. Me say, Muhammad we be aware. Ma kan one asem fit na ko fadra be so because so make science we dey. Me person make back and forth in a way. See the issue is that problem ni say. Issue say. Problem ni say.
Can say guso say and say it say nene say guso. No, I mean that's the truth.
Honorable Media.
Yes,
I want to dog and heck you.
No, one day, Madam for me are jai.
What I think some best say name, so they are being.
Okay, Abna, until I can dance and that's they say, what statistics are 45% to 50% of non-communicable diseases and they contribute to death. There's a gun and you are the likelihood say, no, you know. Non-communicable disease say yarea yes o fan free baby it should be near Johnny be odi ye na mo o sa wo na ba eno ho asem na say ayeka na nde asem ayeka na nde no say abna oko western north Ashanti region all the most of these mining areas no are the full way na no and the teacher need try there on tram kwala say water is colorless bi mu on to me tram kwala na dey say water is colorless because you should not be example man kwala say water is colorless you should know and colorless and no come aye di no see attention no bet me a tram kwala say ampa water is colorless see how the be say call ebia water region water river no and no do akwa be fa ho am saying na still na to say any edaho. Apart from no, it's almost impossible so because any other water body we're gonna be no, so any daho kunjain. Apart from saying so any IT no, you should go on sisi acquire chemicals nkwan egum. Aden. And what's the year can say no? My point is that you're the best info, you're the best wine, you're the best politician, the best you met me I blame game this but I don't know if it or no and Brano put a lot of authority, a lot of power to me champion of man pension or to me said the minister is a minerals and mining act and have minister a very key role, the minister in charge of mining. So I say you two a good say I mean emphasis on Pony Bia infam. And you say, "Nay, I can't say galam say. I'm an emoso. Na insure say na problems be break ba. Ye pamocho. Ye penny for asisia mo be mo asisia mo hwe Ghana so. Mo hwe ye so mo hwe forest so. You are responsible." Inti mo try say mo di blame kwa show bi. Na everybody is under you. Obi a say wase. Ye ti krom na president because obi a say the mo bi MP. COVID time. And then all the mass command no. Any constitution no. Anka constitution one president to me and there
state of emergency.
State of emergency. And then not dream declare whatsoever. And constitution and I'm happy they are lawyers. And all these institutions, EP and Minerals Commission, I can say now, they have laws and would the juma. Into then they say what kind of someone to inform Benny from Juma. Until you pen or galam say from Hono. And now here I can say, oh, he so same brand, yes, I know Mukate. Debut assemblyman or boy magalam say a course which you do to assemblyman or boy magalam say a course. Assemblyman also say in brand idea juman. Is that what we are saying? And they say it was state of anarchy. And I said there's no leadership. We can't take that as an excuse, Abna. You to me fa and no and find your excuse. Name jab program and name course. No. Name Jim
Trabutre. Nani abre.
No. Me
so maning enkas. Ona mo bedi akon empre do kasa. Do kawanse.
Me si abotre. Na BPRL o. Am se o kasa wa.
I was to be passionate about it.
I know, right?
It's good to be passionate about it.
A hard dream. A hard dream. I'm a hard dream.
Good to be passionate.
And then we are free.
And
we are free. I'm part of that. A national mining dialogue. Area work in Pisky.
Okay.
Area I'm likely to be part of the panel.
Okay.
Abna, share Tima ye program no. Team no. You can't galam say asemi any abre no. Team they say rethinking the social license to operate. Abna you me can be rethinking the social license to operate. Abna e social license a chere say mine na ye tu no se na be ya timemfo no benya omu gidie no mo som na omo abo na wo mane na den akoso. Onu ade ya me ya o team we hu. Galam say na e koso na nkasa no. Community na no bebre ebi eden e ka ho. Na omo ya galam say no. Ebi
kwati nkofa binum free baby omo nye within the community no kraba. Invite woman no be.
A whole setup. I mean last me cording am so ho baby ni ade. Ni nkofo do wo free here am fi Togo, wo free here Burkina, ahoho gum Nigeria fo gum. China for the same nim nyam so ye boa. So the social license to operate at this time in 2026 I say and yet high can that I'm saying I wish the team is not even about social license to operate. Because you see you have a national mining dialogue. Like I say, you see, obi your dialogue abna yet say it should be o ha person then we discuss it or the promoting the sector no. Just the yan to adwin. Into say to adwin na say adwin e beto to ndey e kase na ye kan about social license to operate. Na yan kan rethinking sustainable mining na bibia.
Because the question is abai we say o use mechanism we say we use but it appears say none of it in the ye juma.
It tells you say this program we are going me and make it tells you say a buying an interest as it stands now no the senior president is for us to get more gold and support the economy which me I don't have a problem because gold is saying but the issue is about engaging in sustainable mining send gold now emphasis on So I wish Uncle Sammi Jefferson penny for this program. I really wish say the discussion was about sustainable mining whatsoever, and not say we want to mine, but we want to get societies or community support. And that whole. But it tells you how are you focused then at here. It tells you your priority. And you know, where's no good galam say? Now I quite say, relax on them. No, we don't have to relax on them. Abna, I will say, yeah, say, fashion here, boys no bet me. I have so good mining, putting good mining practice. I will say, and yes, sir, mommy, share, and why I can't say, my essay. Never take me because if you know, you can't, say, me dream what is happening on the ground. Abna, you also grounds than you. Minister for mining, Honorable Kofi, Lands and Natural Resources, Kofi Amabua. Yes, sir. We feel embele. We need me across the hall.
Overwhelming. We revise what we do. I don't want to. I mean, person meet you. And now we are in charge of the sector. One. Is that very soon? And you're on Kwanesu. Abra Debi. Some we don't have to condone the organize leadership. Leadership has responsibility. Leadership and you supposed to down so that I say we minister ni debut na say to say etikese can you say simple no honorable I say me will be blame game you betimi higher we are not dealing with the germane issue we are telling leadership say they should be responsible. What do we do abna because we say my directing here honorable kasa men kasa me kasa memory dog pacho kasa ye brena so an senti rapia dog ye den abna number 1 adeni na se be de kan kasa say look ye fa bia ye nkoti ye mfa ye mra no entumi mfa ye mra no fa ntun chama ne ye everything bia ye ka ho asem is about the laws. But you say yan chichi obia na ye kwachi kompo na abi ye ni pa bebe ba ya chi wo mu ono bo be ya ekosi himfa ya chi bi pa ebi ko pa na ye ya jeni ebi no ene ya fa list what's the problem no say munya hype ade no debi mini nya hype ne ade ni pa ko ko la bo ndi achi mini pa na say ma ye ke zama bi no mu a angu ya na ya je no is there right dodo no ntimi me kasa cases am I in my practice my more than 10 ebi enyom look one time me about no me 14 e won free me constituency ebi mo hwen ni a chi kom ko hwen wa wo wura mu ko chi e basa soup no ye chi obia sama me kai no nyima me see nti wo mo constituency omo no debi omo no that was in 2022 omo no ya those time on abokasa no ka say ono no constituency uku mani wo nsum ni ade wo de assemba on person obeti wasem. Also, making a statement. Okay, it tells you the attachment of the politician in these discussions. Honorable to so on Minus Commission. No, but you know, as for cause here, BBS here, MPD, the politics of it, the politics of it. But me enforce law, no. The politics of it, no. Say, issue no before why. No, I call the mobile phone. I call the credit. Who didn't share the issue no about no baby. But I'm saying, some director. Abna, you see, remember you saw the banana. You saw the banana. Some banana can't say. Me saw banana. They must say my head. Can you 2 minutes? Me will be at 2 minutes. Send after myself, me will 2 minutes. I've never done what they are watching. You better say, baby, you're back. Issue na that pronounce. Papa in favor no. Obisu echire bi amagana force hey. Why na echire? Serious matter. No, it is a very serious matter. Very serious matter. But what we say, Doctor, we so much time now. So one share ya me makasa se be. Abra, Rodolfo, no, you better you for also you organize that. The prisons now we need to in a bit. Into bonnet selective now because so we need to engage them. We need to engage them because other way Abawe has failed in the fight against Galamsey. Say Ajin said it's important say yeah politicians if we do not stand up
Joe President James. No problem now. It's who President
against us.
No, who President James.
You are thinking about the next election, but the next generation
you are rather thinking about the next election.
Honorable Bediako. Come on,
I wasn't. The politician. So much who free way more. You see, because of vote ni. Say honorable can call the bar. And the normal circumstance there. I've some Awuku media. A Communist Commission from Common, Communist Commission for her. Now come watching away from home. But on only so the same any friend. Now I'm generous. Maybe our next election so any panai and push mano. And that is where the problem is. The politician is our problem now.
Okay.
The politician is our problem with the Galamsey. And I repeat for the last time, I've been politicians no na map Galamsey no still into say until say way through. Unfortunately, they are the ones appointing all the leaders. Until no NDC commission CEO and that's all your penny or that one. No say politician are appointed.
Politician I then
honorable.
Dog,
yes,
dog, but
the politician is the problem.
Say your government, your party brought a manifesto with promises.
Yes, you bet chicken pigs.
With waging ruthless war against illegal mining. Fighting with technology. Fighting with technology. Making sure you are